What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy G, and today I'm gonna show you how I gained 50 plus pounds during my year-long bulk, as well as showing you the only 3 steps you need to building muscle. Let's go, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, I am extremely excited for today's video. It is extremely overdue. All right, I've been wanting to make this video since I finished my bulk, but here we are at my home gym, which you will see very shortly. So I hope you get to make it to the end of the video, because by the end, my goal is for you to understand the 3 steps that you need so you can start building muscle and getting jacked. So I wanna start off by saying that if you've been watching my videos, you probably know that I have a coach who has been guiding me through my journey, a coach who I've been learning from, where I focus on my training and he focuses on my nutrition, my macros, and my cardio. Now, when it comes to getting shredded and being stage ready, things get a little bit more technical or more manipulation when it comes to calories and macros. But when it comes to bulking, it's actually a lot easier than what people think, right? So by the end, I wanna be able to teach these things so you know how to do it by yourself. You don't need a coach, and if you have a coach, well, I guess that's me. So the first thing we're gonna wanna do for you is find your calories and your macros, how many calories you need, so we can make sure that you're in a calorie surplus. No more guessing, we have to start tracking. So what I want you to do is go on a website called TDEE Calculator. All you have to do is put your age, your weight, your height. If you have your body fat, great. If not, it's optional. And what this is gonna do is give you an overall estimate of your maintenance calories. Now, I have found throughout the years this website to be pretty damn close to accurate, and if not, it's a good base for you to start, so you can start applying this now and start gaining weight, seeing progress, and potentially just adjust as you go. What we wanna do is first focus on what the goal is, right? What kind of body type do you have? Are you a smaller frame, skinny person like I was, right? I went with more of an aggressive bulk. Are you someone that already has a good amount of muscle that doesn't need to necessarily bulk so aggressively, more of a lean approach? Then my suggestion would be a lean bulk. To everyone, actually, unless you were someone like me. But a lean bulk would be somewhere between 100 to 200 calories on top of your maintenance calories, which, if I didn't mention, your maintenance calories is how many calories you need to maintain your weight. The calories we add on top will equal our calorie surplus. I went with more of an aggressive, you would call it, more of a regular bulk, 300 to 500 calories on top of my maintenance calories. I wouldn't go beyond that, because now what you're doing is maximizing the fat gain, and that just means you're gonna be dieting for much longer. The goal is to maximize muscle gain, minimize the fat gain. A nice goal to shoot for when it comes to protein is always aim for at least 1 gram per body weight, but you can go as low as 0.7, 0.8, and maybe as high as 1.2 to 1.5. Totally up to you and how much protein you want to intake, right? It has to be something realistic that you're gonna follow long term, okay? Because you're not gonna be doing this for the next few weeks. You're gonna be doing this for at least 3 to 6 months if you want a true bulk, and could be potentially more than that. When it comes to carbs, keep in mind you are gonna be eating a fair amount of carbs. When it comes to building muscle, carbs are the most anabolic. And fats, well, fats are the highest macronutrient. They have the most calories. So fats will probably be one of your best friends to help you get your overall calories overall, okay? Now we have your calories and your macros. What foods should you be eating? So instead of having a whole 5 minutes here on the type of foods that I was eating and the foods that I would recommend, I would obviously recommend higher calorie foods. Still stick with wholesome foods, create that lifestyle, and add additional things on top of that to get those higher calorie foods in there. So what I've done for you is create a list broken down in proteins, fats, and carbs. Feel free to screenshot it, pause the video, all right, so you can take this home with you as a shopping cart. That way you guys know what to buy. And in return, I would just appreciate it if you guys help me share this video by liking it, so we can potentially help someone else get jacked as well. Let's go on to the second one. All right, so now we're gonna talk about your training and your workouts. This was honestly the best part of the bulk, because this is where I felt so strong, something I've never felt before, but I had so much energy, I felt so good, I felt so confident, and I put it into my workout. So you wanna make sure you're training hard, you're training with intensity, but most importantly, you're training smart. So a few things I wanna talk about. Number one is take advantage. Take advantage of all the food that you're using and put it into your workouts. You're not gonna be feeling like this when you decide to cut. So take advantage of the bulk, because this is when you're going to grow. Number two, speaking of growing, we wanna focus on progressive overload. This is the only way we're gonna be growing, is we focus on increasing and getting stronger over time, whether it's through doing 1 more rep of that specific exercise, whether it's doing another set, whether it's increasing the weight by 2.5 or another 5 pounds. Think of small incremental jumps, not necessarily bigger jumps. Think about small wins, all right? Small wins are always better than no wins. Think about a marathon, not a sprint, right? The next thing I wanna talk about is cardio. You're gonna wanna do some sort of cardio. I wouldn't necessarily do nothing at all. That's what I did about my first 6-7 months. And then I realized cardio is actually very beneficial, one, to increase appetite. And trust me, when you get very full and you don't want to eat anymore after doing it for 5-6 months, that cardio will definitely help you get an appetite and eat some food, and you'll actually enjoy it more. 2, it's good for the heart. And 3, when you get into your cutting phase again, it's just a good transition instead of going from nothing to something. Number 4, the rep ranges. So I want to quickly talk about the rep ranges that I focused on. Right? I didn't focus on 1 rep maxes. Honestly, I don't care for it. I don't think it's as important unless you're a power lifter or competitor. I think it's just an ego lifting, and that unfortunately is where sometimes the injuries occur. So I just decided to stay away from that and focus on lifting as heavy as I possibly can through the rep ranges of 5 all the way to 30, all right? All these rep ranges build muscle, so you don't necessarily want to neglect one necessarily rep range. You want to do them all. The way I structured it was my first 2 heavier lifts were my usual 5, 6, 7, 8 reps. While I'm fresh, I have the most energy, I can lift as heavy as possible. And as my workout progressed, my reps started to increase. And then lastly, my training split. What training split should you do? Or you follow the sample that I'm gonna pop up here. I think the best training split should have 2 things. Number 1, you should probably focus on hitting every muscle group twice. And number 2, it needs to have rest days. It needs to have rest days. It's the only way you're gonna grow and recover, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop up my workout split, which was a push-pull leg split, every 2 days on, 1 day off, something that I was doing the last 5-6 months where I saw the best gains. Keep in mind, I tailored it towards my physique, meaning the things that I needed to go back on stage from the feedback that I received. Needed bigger shoulders, bigger chest. I think my back was pretty developed, so that's what I was focusing on. When you go out looking for a program, if you don't already have one, just make sure it has rest days, and 2, you're trying to at least hit every muscle group twice, right? So I'm about to hit a back and buy workout here at the home gym. I hope you guys enjoy, and for those of you potentially asking, gee, just tell me, what's the secret to the bigger back? Well, I'll tell you 2 things. Number 1, it's not steroid use, and number 2, it's this exercise right here coming up next. Okay, so here it is, weighted chin-ups. Weighted chin-ups. If you can add some weight to those chin-ups, I would 100% recommend it and progressively get stronger. I wasn't doing them much towards the end of my bulk, because once I passed the 200s, I realized, shit, I am the weight. You know, there's something to be said about just training here at home by yourself, getting in your head, really focusing, playing your favorite music, playing it as loud as you possibly can, saying whatever you want and just doing whatever you want. It just feels pretty damn good. So I had an amazing workout, but I'm gonna end you guys and leave you with step number 3. If you haven't guessed it yet, sleep and taking rest days. Your recovery is the most important thing to building muscle on top of training and feeding, getting your calories in. If you don't properly recover, you're just going to stall your progress. You tear and damage your muscles at the gym, and you recover when you sleep. You recover during your rest days. I think it's something to be said that it is mature when you understand that you need to be taking rest days. Like I said, I was the guy that trained 6-7 days a week, thinking that doing more and going in the gym was the best way, beast mode. No, it was the complete opposite. I got the opposite results. When I changed my routine and started training 2 days on, 1 day off, trust me, it was one of the hardest things to do, to say no to going to the gym. It's like something I loved was being taken away from me. But when I understood and just truly felt the difference, I knew that that was the best thing. If you watch The Mandalorian, if you watch Star Wars, this is the way. All right, this is the way. You need to take rest days, at least 1 to 2 and potentially even 3, depending on how you cycle your workouts and your rest days throughout the months. That is gonna be all for me, guys. I hope you found this helpful. I have been filming all day this video because I have been going on rants, saying too much, and I just want to make it simple for you. I hope I didn't complicate it, but really, this is it. There's only these 3 things. I know we can talk about tips and tricks, but this is all you need. If you want to build muscle, you want to get bigger, you need to eat your food, you need to sleep, and you need to train hard, and that's it. There's no cookie cutter, there's no way around it. Again, guys, I'm gonna leave you here. I hope you found it helpful. Let me know in the comments below if you guys enjoyed this video. I would truly appreciate if you help me spread this video by liking the video. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, comment down below. Every Monday we post a brand new video, and I'll see you all on the next one. Stay tuned for the road to getting shredded back on stage, baby. I love you guys.